And Formula 2 is underway for the feature race. We're racing down to turn number 1. Poor launch away for our championship leader, Hadjar. He's dropped down, but it's a great getaway for Aaron, who's putting the pressure on Maloney. Can he get to first position? No, Maloney's going to box him out of contact between Aaron and the championship leader, and multiple cars off the road, including Hauger. It had been a great start for Aaron, but he was hit as he went into the first turn, and Maloney has a gargantuan advantage. Then it is Oliver Behrman, who I think has made his way up, and Kimi Antonelli is third. After chaos at turn number 1, the pressure is being applied by Dirksen, who was on the podium yesterday, P4 at the moment. The two Premers, both bound for Formula 1, side by side once again like they were in Monaco. Antonelli got the jump, but it's retaking the position for Oliver Behrman. Wild opening lap.
I'm interested to see, so yes, it is. It's Hadjar then, who just... no, it's Marty, coming from the rear of the field, I think, who locks up and makes contact with the rear of Paul Aaron's machine.
Furthermore, so there you go, there's the lock-up for Pepe Marti. Hadjar able to go over the road along with Victor Martins. Maloney with a massive advantage. Moves further back. That's our championship leader trying to go past Joshua Dirksen, on board with Hadjar, who tucks back in. Meanwhile, battle for the lead out front. Can Maloney hang on to it? How aggressive is Behrman prepared to go, trying to win once again for the third time at Monza in Formula 2. Maloney judges that really nicely, maintains the lead.
So Behrman's out of DRS and will be under pressure.
Dirksen's putting the pressure on, Alex. It's one thing to look ahead, but Joshua Dirksen has found some form this weekend. And if he can pick his braking spot, he's really dead Antonelli. Both of these jumped past Formula 3, and it's Dirksen reclaiming his place on the podium. He's having his best Formula 2 weekend by far since he joined the championship this year, and he goes past Mercedes' pick for the Formula 1 seat next year. That's Dennis Hauger, parked up.
This could be a critical moment. If this is a safety car, this could be a critical moment for anybody on the traditional strategy who's yet to pit. So that's an interesting one, as you've got Behrman side by side.
So Behrman trying to put the pressure on, went to the tyres earlier. It's got them into the temperature window. No tyre blankets in FIA Formula 2. No chance for Dirksen to defend. And the safety car is out to change the complexion of the race.
Here's the spin for Hauger, I would imagine, that caused it all. And he's going to get caught there, is he, slightly by Miata on their way through the first chicane?
It was indeed. Ritomo Miata, who I think was just clipping the rear tyre.
I got to take it out.
Bortoletto, last to first challenge. It was because of the pit stop sequence, but he's now got an opportunity to pit under the safety car.
Big pressure moment. Bortoletto already trying to make the move on Coolan down towards that first corner and keep himself out of trouble.
So two races in the mix. Coolan won't get it done, and that was Stanek seeing it coming. He had to open the door as Coolan went deep over the road, and Stanek has lost that position. So Bortoletto has 3 drivers to clear, and it's different strategies meeting here. You will have Maloney in the middle as well, really attacking. Look at this between Maloney and Behrman. It is so intense and tight between Maloney, Behrman and Dirksen. And the screeching of tyres in the second chicane. Behrman over the road, and still Maloney leads that gaggle for the moment. Here's the moment, or I thought it was going to be the moment for Gabriel Bortoletto. We've got an Alpine Junior ahead of a McLaren Junior. We've got another Alpine Junior, 3 wide into the first turn, was never going to work. Just not enough room there, and contact in the middle between Behrman, who was in the mix, and then you had Victor Martins taking advantage of it, making his way through. Juan Manuel Correa dropping down to 8th place. Gabriel Bortoletto from last to first with the help of a safety car, but he will not care one iota. You have just watched the boy from Brazil go from 22nd position to the lead in Monza.
Unbelievable, great move then on his teammate Miney, who didn't defend it too hard after a little bit of defence earlier on in the lap, but Bortoletto now owes a stop to no one and takes the lead of the race.
Hey, I'm driving in Papa.
Racing's going to go on again. Between Antonelli's going to go down the outside.
We then had Hauger spun round, which brought out the safety car, and those who came in early to make their mandatory stop, well, they found themselves being shuffled back in the pack, and Gabriel Bortoleto, who extended that opening stint on the super soft tyre, went for the traditional strategy, and it means that he was able to get the benefit of pitting under the safety car, as was Richard Verschoor, and Bortoleto therefore has gone from 22nd on the grid to the lead on lap 22 of 30. Looks the closest that Antonelli's been so far. Verschoor is lining up Goethe, and Antonelli is lining up Behrman. Oh, a bit of debris there in the background, wasn't there? I'm sure there was a bit of carbon fibre who flew off. Making the move and taking fourth place is Richard Verschoor. The two Premers once again coming to blows. It's all getting a bit personal, and Behrman finds himself shuffled onto the gravel.
And now has made his way up to the rear of Victor Martins, and was going to have a go in his favourite place down towards the first chicane.
So Martins doesn't have the response, and Prema spent all the race fighting each other. Antonelli moves ahead. It is every driver for themselves. It's worth saying that you don't often get team orders, and a lot of the time, if you try to deploy them, you get a rather feisty message. So Antonelli gets himself up to 5th position with one driver ahead still to stop. Gabriel Bortoleto has found himself with a story to remember. He is making his way to the final corners on the last lap, having started in 22nd position. Gabriel Bortoleto takes the win, last to first at Monza for the boy from Brazil. Bortoleto wins to reignite the championship challenge. An extraordinary victory. Maloney is P2. The podium is completed by Richard Verschoor. Antonelli 4th on a special weekend for him.
Oi, oi, oi! Oh! Amazing racing! It's not how you start, but how you finish. Commanding win. Yeah! Come on! That's how we do it, boy!
22nd on the grid to first. That is outrageous from Gabriel Bortoleto. Zane Maloney in second. Richard Verschoor completed the podium. Kimi Antonelli raced well to 4th. It was great stuff from Joshua Dirksen in P5. The points completed by Victor Martins, Oliver Behrman, Rafael Villagomez getting 4 points for Van Amersfoort Racing, then Jack Crawford and Enzo Fittipaldi. You've just seen a driver win from 22nd on the grid. Absolutely extraordinary stuff. Join us later on this year when Formula 2 returns.